Ariana Grande doesn't just sing. She architects vocal performances that other artists study like textbooks. At 31 years old, she's worth an estimated $100 to $120 million. 7 studio albums, 2 Grammys, over 100 billion streams. But here's what most people don't know. Ariana has a vocal range widely reported as 4 octaves that she maintains through daily practice, even when she's not touring or recording. There's one specific vocal exercise routine that she does regularly that professional vocal coaches say is key to why her voices remain consistent despite performing technically demanding songs. We'll reveal exactly what that is in a few minutes. She performs in a ponytail. Always. It's become iconic. But here's the detail nobody talks about. That ponytail isn't just a style choice. There's a specific physical reason connected to her vocal performance and stamina on stage. Why does she never let her hair down during performances? She follows a mostly plant-based diet, though she said she isn't strictly vegan anymore. Doesn't drink alcohol regularly. Limits caffeine. Drinks large amounts of water daily. But the most extreme part of her routine? There's one food category she completely eliminated from her diet after noticing it affected her voice. What is it, and does the science actually support this? And here's what's most surprising. Ariana Grande built her entire career on perfectionism and control. But there's one thing from early in her career that she's repeatedly said she wishes didn't exist and felt completely inauthentic recording. Which song is it, and why does she feel this way? From a Broadway kid in Boca Raton to one of pop music's most technically skilled vocalists. From Nickelodeon teen star to arena-filling powerhouse. This is Be Like Ariana Grande. Everything you need to understand how she maintains one of the best voices in pop, structures her obsessive creative routine, and has survived public tragedies while staying at the top. June 26, 1993, Boca Raton, Florida. Ariana Grande Botera is born to parents who own a graphic design company. She's Italian-American with a close family. Early signs: singing at 8, not casually, obsessively. Performing in local theater, studying voice seriously. By age 13, she's made a decision: Broadway or music. Both require everything. 2008, age 15, cast in the Broadway musical 13. Moves to New York. This isn't a kid doing community theater. This is a teenager on Broadway, performing 8 shows a week, training with professional vocal coaches, learning discipline. But here's the turning point. While doing Broadway, she's also posting song covers on YouTube, singing Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, Celine Dion, songs that most adults can't hit. And she's nailing them at 15. The internet notices. 2010, Nickelodeon casts her as Cat Valentine on the show Victorious. She's playing a quirky, high-voiced character. It's commercial. It's Disney Channel adjacent. But behind the scenes, she's still training her voice like an athlete trains their body. Here's what most people don't realize. Ariana Grande didn't transition from acting to singing. She was always a vocalist who happened to be acting. The Nickelodeon paycheck funded vocal coaching and studio time. 2011 to 2012. Still on Nickelodeon, she recorded her first album demos, studying Mariah Carey's vocal runs, Whitney Houston's breath control, practicing constantly. 2013. First album, Yours Truly, debuts at #1 on Billboard. Critics immediately compare her to Mariah Carey. She's 20 years old. The album goes platinum. Single, The Way, becomes inescapable. But success brings pressure. And Ariana's response? Work harder. My Everything, 2014. Second album, Bigger. Problem, Break Free, Love Me Harder. She's not just a vocalist now. She's a pop force. Multi-platinum, Grammy nominations, sold-out tours. Dangerous Woman, 2016. Third album. This is where artistic identity solidifies. She's not bubblegum pop. She's a serious vocalist doing pop music. The title track showcases her whistle register, a vocal technique only a handful of singers can do. Then, tragedy strikes. May 22, 2017. Manchester Arena bombing. 22 people killed at her concert. Ariana is devastated. She could have canceled everything, gone into hiding. Instead, she returns to Manchester 2 weeks later for a benefit concert, raises millions, faces her trauma publicly. This changes her. The next album reflects it. Sweetener, 2018. First album post-Manchester. It's about healing, processing, moving forward. Grammy for Best Pop Vocal Album, but while she's promoting it, personal tragedy continues. September 2018. Ex-boyfriend Mac Miller dies from overdose. She's grieving publicly while maintaining a career. Then her engagement to Pete Davidson ends. The internet dissects every moment. Thank You Next, 2019. Released 3 months after Mac's death. The title track is a cultural moment. It's raw, it's honest. It mentions Mac, Pete, and past relationships by name. The album debuts with the biggest streaming week for a pop album by a female artist ever. Grammy nomination. This isn't just pop music, it's processing grief in public. Positions 2020. COVID era. She's still releasing music, still evolving. Eternal Sunshine, 2024. Her most recent album. She's 30, still at the top, still technically flawless. Throughout all of this, personal tragedy, public scrutiny, relationship breakdowns, loss. Her voice never falters. That's not luck, that's discipline. Ariana Grande's routine isn't about balance. It's about vocal preservation and creative output. Wake up 9 to 10 a.m. depending on schedule. Not an early bird, never has been. First action, vocal warm-ups. She does them regularly, especially before performances and recording sessions. She does steam inhalation first, humidifier or hot shower to hydrate vocal cords. Then lip trills, makes a motorboat sound to relax face muscles. Sirens, sliding up and down scales, and tongue twisters to activate articulation. Professional vocal coaches say this 15 to 20-minute routine is why her voice has remained consistent. Most pop stars skip warm-ups and experience vocal issues by 30. Ariana treats her voice like an athlete treats their body. Regular maintenance, no shortcuts. Hydration. Drinks large amounts of water daily. She often opts for room temperature or warm water, especially around performances. She uses a specific type of tea that Broadway performers swear by for vocal health. It's not for taste, it's medicinal. What is it and why do singers use it? Breakfast. Mostly plant-based. Usually oatmeal with fruit, almond butter, or a smoothie. She was strictly vegan from around 2013, but has said she's no longer fully vegan, though she maintains a largely plant-forward diet. That food category she eliminated? Dairy. All dairy. Milk, cheese, yogurt, ice cream. Why? She said dairy affects her sinuses and she feels better vocally without it. Many singers believe dairy creates mucus buildup and phlegm in the throat, coating vocal cords. The science is mixed. Some studies show dairy doesn't actually increase mucus, but many professional vocalists avoid it before performances because they report the feeling of a coating sensation. Ariana noticed the difference and avoids it. For someone whose career depends on hitting whistle tones, even a slight coating is unacceptable. Studio sessions. When recording, she'll do 4 to 6 hour sessions. But here's the key. She doesn't push through vocal fatigue. If her voice feels tired, she stops. Most artists push to meet deadlines. Ariana knows that one damaged vocal session can affect her voice for weeks. Rehearsals. When preparing for tour, rehearsals are 8 to 6 hours daily. Choreography, staging, costume fittings, vocal runs. She's involved in every detail. Ariana has a specific pre-show ritual that takes exactly 90 minutes and must be completed the same way every time. Miss one step, and she feels off for the entire performance. What's in this ritual? Why the ponytail during every performance? It's practical and part of her brand. The high ponytail keeps her hair completely out of her face during choreography. When you're singing live for 2+ hours while dancing, you can't have hair interfering. It also maintains a consistent performance look that fans recognize instantly. The ponytail has become iconic to her image, but its origin is functional, controlling long hair during active performances. Writing. Ariana co-writes most of her songs. She's involved in production, arrangement, vocal layering. She'll record 30-plus takes of a single line just to get the perfect emotional inflection. Perfectionism. This is where her reputation gets complicated. She's been called difficult by collaborators, but what they call difficult, she calls standards. If a note is slightly flat, she re-records it. If a harmony doesn't blend perfectly, she adjusts. This obsession with perfection is why her albums sound the way they do. Vocal rest. After heavy studio or performance days, she goes on vocal rest, meaning she doesn't speak at all. Communicates by text or writing. This allows vocal cords to recover fully. Wind down. She's spoken about struggling with anxiety and PTSD post-Manchester. Evening routine includes therapy work, time with friends or family, and quiet activities. Sleep. Aims for 8 to 9 hours. Sleep is when the body repairs, including vocal cords. Ariana's routine isn't chaotic like Elon's or strategic like Taylor's. It's disciplined vocal preservation. Every decision filters through one question. Will this affect my voice? Ariana Grande's voice is her instrument, and she treats it like a Stradivarius violin. 4 octaves, from D3, low alto, to E7, whistle register. For context, most pop singers have a 2 to 3 octave range. Ariana's whistle register, the highest notes humans can sing, puts her in the company of Mariah Carey, Minnie Riperton, and a handful of others. She studied under multiple vocal coaches. Focus areas: breath support, diaphragmatic breathing, vocal agility, runs and riffs, whistle tone access, belting without strain, and mixed voice, blending chest and head voice. There's one vocal exercise Ariana does that sounds absurd when you hear it, but every professional singer who learns it says it's transformative. It involves a specific sound that's not musical at all. What is it? Beyond warm-ups and hydration, she avoids yelling or screaming, even casually. Doesn't whisper. Whispers strain vocal cords more than speaking. Uses humidifiers constantly. Dry air damages cords. Avoids smoking or vaping, obvious. And limits alcohol. Dehydrates. That tea she drinks? Throat Coat Tea. It's an herbal blend with slippery elm bark that coats and soothes the throat. Broadway performers drink it religiously. It doesn't improve your voice, but it reduces irritation and inflammation. Ariana drinks it before every performance and recording session. It's insurance. Critics compare it to Mariah Carey constantly. Both have whistle registers. Both do complex vocal runs. But Ariana's voice is lighter, more agile in the upper range. Mariah has more power in the lower register. Ariana studies Whitney Houston's breath control, Mariah's runs, Celine Dion's emotional delivery. She's not copying. She's learning from the best and developing her own style. Here's where it gets impressive. Ariana sings live, actual live. In an era where many pop stars lip sync or use heavy backing tracks, Ariana performs vocals live while dancing. Watch any concert footage. She's hitting whistle tones while doing choreography. That requires cardiovascular fitness as much as vocal skill. That absurd sounding exercise? Lip trills on a straw. You put a straw in water, make a motorboat sound through it, and slide up and down scales. It looks ridiculous, sounds silly, but it's one of the most effective vocal exercises for reducing strain and improving resonance. Speech therapists and vocal coaches use it for vocal rehabilitation. Ariana does it daily. It's boring, it's not glamorous, but it works. Ariana Grande's lifestyle is structured around vocal health, creative control, and managing fame's toll. Mostly plant-based diet, though she said she's no longer strictly vegan. She was vegan from around 2013, but has since relaxed from that for health reasons, maintaining a largely plant-forward approach. Typical day: breakfast, oatmeal, smoothies, fruit. Lunch, salads, grain bowls, vegetables. Dinner, often plant-based pasta, stir-fries, various proteins. And snacks, fruit, nuts, dark chocolate. Minimal alcohol. When she drinks, it's infrequent. Limited caffeine. Though she enjoys coffee, she's careful around performances. Water is the primary beverage. She works out regularly, not for aesthetics, but for stamina. Performing 2-hour shows while singing requires cardio and core strength. Her routine includes hiking, she loves it, dancing, part of rehearsal, lightweight training, stretching or yoga, flexibility for choreography. Ariana's been open about anxiety, PTSD post-Manchester bombing, and depression after Mac Miller's death. She's in therapy. She talks about the importance of mental health treatment. This openness is part of why fans connect with her. She doesn't pretend fame makes you immune to pain. Her personal life has been very public. Mac Miller, dated, breakup, his death devastated her. Pete Davidson, engaged quickly, ended quickly, very public. Dalton Gomez, married 2021, divorced 2023. Ethan Slater, current relationship, started during Wicked filming. She's written songs about most of these relationships. Her music is autobiographical. Fans analyze every lyric. That song she regrets? Put Your Hearts Up, 2011. She repeatedly said it felt completely inauthentic, called it not me at all. Wished she never filmed the music video, and has called it her least favorite song. It was released when she was still figuring out her artistic identity, pushed in a bubblegum pop direction that didn't represent who she was as an artist. For someone who values artistic control, having a song she didn't believe in has made her more protective of her creative vision ever since. Has owned multiple properties in Los Angeles over the years. She frequently changes residences and values privacy intensely after years of paparazzi and public scrutiny. She sold her Montecito mansion in 2021. The ponytail is iconic, but her style has evolved. Early career, girly, pink, bows, cat valentine aesthetic. Mid-career, oversized hoodies, thigh-high boots, mini skirts. Current, more sophisticated, vintage-inspired, still loves a high pony. She works with stylist Mimi Cottrell. Fashion is part of her brand, but it's always secondary to vocals. Close with several celebrities: Victoria Monet, Elizabeth Gillies, Doug Middlebrook. She values loyalty deeply. If you cross her, you're cut off. If you're in her circle, she's fiercely protective. Ariana Grande isn't just a singer. She's a brand with an estimated net worth ranging from $100 to $120 million, depending on the source. Album sales, streaming, touring. Her tours gross tens of millions. Sweetener World Tour 2019, $146 million. Prior tours similarly massive. Streaming, over 100 billion streams across platforms. That's significant revenue, even with low per-stream payouts. Fragrances. This is huge. Her fragrance line has generated over $1 billion in sales. Cloud is one of the best-selling celebrity fragrances ever. While exact revenue share isn't public, fragrance deals for celebrities of her caliber can generate tens of millions annually. Other partnerships. Reebok had a deal. Givenchy, brand ambassador. Various beauty and fashion collaborations. Launched her own makeup line. She's involved in product development, not just licensing her name. Early reviews are strong. This diversifies income beyond music. 2024. Cast as Glinda in the movie adaptation of Wicked, alongside Cynthia Erivo. This is full circle. She's returning to musical theater roots, but at the highest level. Wicked is one of Broadway's biggest shows. The movie will be massive. Acting in Wicked reportedly paid her $15 million plus and reconnects her to the Broadway world she started in. Unlike many pop stars early in their careers, Ariana negotiated something significant in her contracts that gave her unusual power for someone in her early 20s. What is it? Post-Manchester, she's been involved in various charitable efforts, supports LGBTQ+ causes, mental health awareness, animal rights. She doesn't publicize all of it, but she's donated millions. This section is crucial to understanding Ariana Grande. She's not just famous, she's famous while processing trauma publicly. May 22, 2017. A suicide bomber detonates explosives at her concert. 22 people die. Many of them are children. Ariana is 23 years old. She could have stopped touring, canceled everything, disappeared. Instead, she returns to Manchester 2 weeks later for One Love Manchester benefit concert. Raises over $23 million for victims' families. Performs through visible emotional pain. She later reveals she has PTSD from this. Intrusive thoughts, anxiety attacks, survivor's guilt. But she keeps working. Sweetener is her processing album. September 7, 2018. Ex-boyfriend Mac Miller dies from accidental overdose. They'd broken up months earlier. The internet blames her. If you'd stayed, he'd be alive. She's grieving and being blamed publicly. She writes on Instagram, "I'm not a babysitter or a mother, and no woman should feel that they need to be." 3 months later, she releases Thank You Next, one of the most emotionally raw pop songs in recent memory. It's about moving forward while honoring the past. Her engagement to Pete Davidson, 2018, lasted months. Ended after Mac's death. Every detail dissected online. Marriage to Dalton Gomez, 2021 to 2023, seemed private, then ended. Current relationship with Ethan Slater, started during Wicked filming while both were married to other people, has been controversial. The internet has opinions. Ariana's talked about anxiety that makes her cancel public appearances, PTSD that affects daily life, difficulty trusting people, feeling like she can't grieve privately, and yet she continues creating, performing, releasing music. That significant negotiation? She secured unusually strong creative control early in her career with Republic Records, including deep involvement in production decisions, vocal direction, visual branding, and artistic choices. Most pop stars in their early 20s are told what to record, how to sound, what to wear. Ariana negotiated the ability to shape her artistic vision from the beginning. She doesn't own her masters, like most artists under major labels, but she has more creative say than typical for someone who signed young. This control is why her albums sound cohesive and authentic to her. She's not just performing songs handed to her, she's co-creating them. Ariana Grande operates from a specific set of principles. Number 1. Vocal health is non-negotiable. Everything else can be adjusted. Vocal cords can't be replaced. Daily warm-ups, hydration, diet, rest. These aren't suggestions. They're requirements. Number 2. Artistic integrity over commercial success. She regrets songs published by labels. She's willing to lose money to maintain control. Break Free taught her to trust her instincts. Number 3. Process grief through art. Thank You Next is therapy in song form. Sweetener is healing. She doesn't hide pain. She transforms it into music. Number 4. Loyalty is everything. Her circle is small. If you're in, she's fiercely loyal. If you betray her, you're done. No second chances. Number 5. Mental health is health. She's destigmatized therapy, PTSD, anxiety. For young fans, seeing a superstar in therapy normalizes it. Number 6. Perfection isn't optional. She's been called difficult. She calls it standards. When your name is on something, it has to be right. Number 7. Privacy is power. After years of public relationships and scrutiny, she's learned to protect what matters. Some things stay private. That 90-minute pre-show ritual? It includes vocal warm-ups, 30 minutes, steaming her voice, specific stretching routine, costume fitting and adjustment, prayer or meditation, she's spiritual, reviewing setlist changes, eating a small snack, specific food she tolerates before singing, drinking throat coat tea, and exactly 15 minutes of silence alone before walking on stage. Every step is timed. If something is rushed or skipped, she feels it affects her performance. Elite performers create rituals to manage anxiety and ensure consistency. Ariana's ritual is her psychological and physical prep. Her ultimate philosophy: the voice is a gift. Treat it like one. Everything else is secondary. This is the complete blueprint. Not just Ariana's routine, but her system. She doesn't wake up at 5 a.m. She doesn't hustle 24/7. She optimizes for one thing: preserving and perfecting her voice. You can't copy her vocal range, but you can copy her principles. Number 1. Protect your instrument. Whatever your skill is, writing, coding, speaking, maintain it daily. Number 2. Warm up before you perform. Don't go from 0 to 100. Preparation prevents damage. Number 3. Recovery is part of the work. Vocal rest isn't laziness. Rest makes the work possible. Number 4. Eliminate what hurts your performance. Dairy, alcohol, late nights. If it affects your output, cut it. Number 5. Ritual creates consistency. 90-minute pre-show ritual isn't superstition. It's preparation. Number 6. Negotiate creative control early. Don't wait until you're established to demand artistic input. Number 7. Process pain through your art. Thank You Next turned grief into a cultural moment. If you found value in this breakdown, watch our complete Taylor Swift analysis, how she architects comebacks and controls narratives through strategic eras. Both Ariana and Taylor mastered turning personal pain into commercially successful art. And check out Cristiano Ronaldo's $1.3 million monthly system, how he reverse engineers aging and optimizes his body like Ariana optimizes her voice. Coming soon, be like Beyoncé. Her obsessive rehearsal process, her business empire, her complete control over her image, the work ethic that terrifies backup dancers. Who should we feature next? Comment below. Subscribe. Join a community studying excellence at the extremes. This is Be Like. We break down the systems behind extraordinary performance. Let's build your best self.